Welcome to the video. In this video, we are going to see how to make a clone effect on Snapchat. So, in order to build on Snapchat, we'll be needing a software called Lens Studio, which you can just get it from the link lensstudio.snapchat.com. Obviously, it's from Snapchat team. So you can just download this. It is available for both Mac as well as for PC. So you can just anyone can download this. And once you download this, so this is how it looks when you open up the software. So basically, I've already logged in under my account. That is the Snapchat account. You will be needing a Snapchat account in order to publish a filter, but you can just create a filter without one. So you can just create the account and you can just log in. So once you are logged in, you can just create a blank project. That is a new project. Once you click under this, you will be opening up with the window something like this. So I've rearranged everything for my convenience, but it will be similar for you. So you can just adjust it and you can even like I logged it, but you can just go to the panels and you can just import whatever panels you want. I've logged it, but I'm just unlocking it and you can just move it wherever I want, or you can just change the way you want it to be. So I want it in such a way that I can just see all the panels. So I'm just once you're done with the panel properties, everything, you can just go to the Windows and panel. I'll just close this Windows panel and then you can like lock it out. So you can't bring this out. You can just resize it based on your needs as I'm doing it over here, but you can't uh, remove or do stuff like that. I am just resizing it everything so I can just see everything. So let's see how to make the effect. So before that, I want to have a reference where I can see the full person. So I can just going into the preview option, preview tab over here. I'm just going to the this button. If I click it, there is a pretty much set of all the things you will be like different types of videos with the persons, with the cats and everything. I'm just going to select a body because I want to track the entire user. So once you have done this, you can just go to the object panel and you can click new over here, and you can click under the screen image. So it will open up a orthographic camera. So using this, we can just using the screen image, we can cover the entire screen of the for mobile device. So we are going to use the orthographic camera. I'll be deleting this camera. So mostly whenever you click under this, you'll be taken into a 2D based image where you can just move the options to like cover the screen, and you will be seeing other things over here. So if you want to go into the 3D space, you can just click the button over here and you can just come into the 3D space. You can just see over here. So once you have done this, first what we need two things. That is the whatever the camera is capturing and the segmentation of the user, because we need to cut out the user to make a clone out of them. So for that, what you can do is you can just go to the resource tab and click new, and if you just scroll down, you will just see a segmentation texture under texture tab, or you can just tap here, it will come over here. So under this, you can just go to the portrait background. So this is basically segmenting the user. So now we'll be going to make a custom material using something called a material editor. So this is a new feature which they launched on the latest Lens Studio version, which allows you to make your own custom material. So for that, you can just go under the Windows panel. Under that, you can just click the material editor and you'll be seeing something like this. So I'm just making this bigger. So this is how it will be. So in order to make a custom material, you need to create it over the resource panel. So you can just go to the add resource and you can just either you'll be granted with this general part. You can just click on the material and you can click on the graph empty. So what we are going to do is we are going to make a material which allows us to segment the user and always keep a segmented user so that we can duplicate them again and again to make ourselves a clone. So once you are done this, you can just I'm just going to rename this like cloner. So once you are done it, you'll be seeing something called a shader 3D. You can just play with it or you can just leave it like this. So under the there is something called an inspector panel, which whenever you click on something you'll be seeing all the properties which is associated with that particular part. So when I click on the material, you'll be seeing something called a material. Under this there is many things. So what you have to make is you have to make the blend mode into normal, because we are going to deal with something called alpha. We'll be seeing it in a bit. So once you have done this, you can just come under the material panel. So you can either right click to add node from library, or you can just enter the press the button tab, and you will be prompted with these things. So I'll be using something called a texture 2D parameter. So there is something called texture 2D parameter as well as texture 2D object parameter. So in our case, we'll be using something called the texture 2D parameter, which has the output of RGBA, red, green, blue, alpha. So whatever we are seeing on an image or on any digital platform, it comes under these four categories or four colors. So everything has red in it, everything has green in it, everything has blue in it. So and alpha is nothing but the percentage of like the, for example, like we can just take it as an opacity in our case. So once you click this, you can just click it and you can rename it. I'm just going to make it as main texture, and if I connect this, you'll be seeing there is nothing under the patch parameter or anything. If I just scroll down, so if I just connect this with the shader, you can just see, we can see the option to add the material or add the texture. So only when we add the parameters or any nodes to the output, we'll be seeing them on the patch or the material part. So I'm just going to make a duplicate of this, and I'm going to rename it as a alpha texture, because we are going to only use alpha from this part. So once you have done it, you can just take this, you can just click on this and you can just take it outside. We'll just see other parts. So we'll be using the combine channel. So what this does is it helps us to rechannel everything. Like we are going to use the RGB from this texture with alpha of this texture. That is why we named it alpha. So once I click on the combine over here, you can just see the difference, like multiple things on the combine part. So we are going to deal with color. So I'm just clicking on the ease color property. This is basically we are telling it is going to be a color. So once you are done it, you can just select the channel 3, that is RGB. So once you are done it, you can just see the alpha texture over here. And if I just zoom in, you can just see only we will be having like RGB and directly alpha. So what you can do is you can just click this and drag it to this part. So once you are done with this, you can just combine this to the color pixel. This is basically a fragment shader. So that's it. This is what the material is all about. So once you are done it, you can just close the material editor, or you can just minimize it down. In my case, as I logged it, I'm just minimizing it down. So I'm just going to use a camera texture. That is, the device camera texture is nothing but it is whatever the camera is seeing, that is going to be the device camera texture. Either you can just pick the material like this texture and drag it like over here, it will be applied, or you can click on the part and you will be prompted with all the things on the resource folder. So in this case, I'm going to select the portrait background segmentation and make sure the portrait background is inverted mask. We are only segmenting the user. So once you have done it, so once you have done this, go to the resource panel, drag the material we made, drop it on the image. So now you can see nothing is different is there. Like basically we are seeing some person walking. But once you move this, you can just see based on the identification, we are making the copy of the person. So if I just, yeah, now it is, you can just see, I'll like select a person alone. So now you can see we are like we made a exact copy of the person with the camera view. Either we can just reduce the scale over here or increase it or do whatever we want. So in order to make a cloner, it's basically this is what a cloner is. What we can do is basically we can just arrange them in multiple ways. I'm just going to scale them different sizes. We are going to duplicate it in multiple times so that we can just give a randomness or different things so that it looks like there are so many people. So I'll just skip to the part where I'm the rest done with these things. So you can just see over here that this character is actually full of, like, we duplicated it and cloned it multiple times. So if I just go over here and like select any other person, you can just see all the setup is already there. So sometimes what will happen is you will be seeing the weird cuts over here. It is because our camera view actually only meant to see, like, not meant, it was like capable of only capturing that much size. So you can just scale a bit to cover this entire thing. You can get this material, you can make this material, or if you want to get this project or this, I'll be putting this template on the my Gumroad, so you can just download it for $1. So I linked my Snapchat profile on the description, so you can just try all my filters. So you can just try all my filters with the link in the description below.